Welcome home, gamer, and welcome back to Mechabellum. We've got patch 1.7.0 is live. Buildings, yay! So, patch note review. Update 1.7 is finally here. Update carried out. Yes. It took about 4 hours. All right. Building layouts, we've seen them. We've played with them. Wall, sure. About 10,000 hit points of wall. Just more than 2,000 per block. Anti-armor cannon, the firing cannon, sure. Rapid fire cannon, quick firing, very weak damage, but it's good. Things to know about buildings. Building layout only appears in 1v1 and 2v2. At the start of each game, the system selects one of 8 building layouts. Buildings are on the battlefield in round 1. The building layouts, the two opponents are always mirrored or flipped from each other. So, like, they're mirrored either along the horizon or diagonally. And then all destroyed buildings are rebuilt at the end of each round. Buildings can't be upgraded or moved. The key thing to know about buildings is that unit is a keyword. So unit is distinctly different from building. So any tech or tower upgrade that affects a unit does not affect a building. So you can't give them bonus hit points. You can't give them extra range. They're not affected by degen beam. Why is the building layout designed this way? I love that they took the time to describe the design goals. So the main goal was to add more information to the round 1 board, thus reducing the randomness of round 1, making round 1 gameplay more strategic. Because previously it was kind of a rock, paper, scissors, or coin flip. Secondary goal, encouraging less formulaic and more emergent strategies by having a different building layout for every game. And optional goals, including reducing the snowball effect of the early rounds of a game. And after adding more info to the round 1 board, it gets to do things like remove the reducing the deployable area of round 1 by 20 meters. So they're going to put that back. And then they're also trying to ensure that the late game of a match is still determined by the units, not the buildings. Why not design more powerful buildings? Because the powerful defensive structures would encourage both players to build a large swath of static defenses in their own half of the battlefield, and leading to the situation where you both want the other person to attack. Will there be more building types in the future? We'll gradually add more building types through updates. There's a whole lot of things we've talked about, a whole lot of things that you could imagine for buildings. And then, how does the addition of building layouts affect the balance of offensive and defensive strategies? We'll find out, really, honestly. The test server was amazing. There was a lot of fun there. Big balance adjustments. I'm going to sweep all 3 titans into one description, where upkeep reduced to 0. Upkeep is gone. The cost of efficient maintenance, which was 150, right, is now built into the unlock cost. And all techs are priced as though you had efficient maintenance, so plus 200 cost, and hit points are reduced by 10%. So, huge changes. It's not going to affect anybody who, the way that little Lexi was playing the playing the sit back and you know, unlock an abyss on round 4 or 5 and play it multiple rounds over the game with efficient maintenance. The only folks it's going to affect are people who were bringing them out as a gut shot on the last turn, so 1 round kill strategy. And the reason that's going to be is because the unlock cost and the cost to pick up the 2 techs that you would have picked up is basically looking at plus 500 cost for your knockout strategy. So it pushes them back by about 2 rounds, unless you're really cleverly saving for them, in which case it kind of pushes it back by 1 round. Um, but here's the one I'm in love with. Is Fort Fang gonna be back? Plus 7% attack to Fortress, plus 3% attack to Fangs? Maybe. Minus 3% to Storms. I think they were a little too strong at bringing down walls. But I don't think this changed a breakpoint either, so we'll see. Sandworm, pretty decent buffs. Attack up by 7%. Sandworm cheaper. Underground maintenance cheaper. And the health point recovery per second is all the way up to 20% now. Basically, because the intention with worms, most players are playing them to move really, really quickly, right? Crawler loose formation is down to a 3.7 meter spread. Farseer burst mode is more expensive. Finally, Vulcan Scorching Flames is up 100. I've wanted this nerfed or changed for forever. I think it's just a broken tech. There's basically from the perspective of there really shouldn't be a plus 100% ATK tech on any unit ever anywhere that doesn't have a downside. Um, and using as a decent balancing, right? You have something like sledges with mech rage, they get plus 50% in terms of their attack rate, right? Plus 50% DPS, not plus 100%. And rewordings for giant specialist and aerial specialist. Rhino specialist's bonus is a little worse. This is Cheese's fault. Rhino specialist has been doing well due to the Rhino Wasp power. Typhoon specialist also doing well. Battlefield powers. The area of sticky oil bomb has been reduced by 20%. I was much happier with the rounds where it was gone from the tower. But yeah, no, this is what the dads want. Other things, grid. This is huge. You'll never want to go back. It's been so hard to go back from having the grid to not having it. Seasons 5 and 6 are going to be arriving 1 week earlier, so not October 1st, but September 25th. We get our front 20 meters back. Hosts can now remove a unwanted player from a lobby. Um, Abyss swarm missiles will no longer ruin Zalex's laptop. Hello, Zalex. Welcome in. Hello, Alchemist of Tavus. And Steel Crawler Skin. Yay. Whole bunch of bug fixes, including, wait for it. Where is it? Where is it? Including that weird, wild Phantom Ray volume visual effect. And we're hoping that maybe we won't get horrible sound volume issues on certain sound effects. A whole bunch of bug fixes. That they did put the bug fixes into that last week as kind of a preference wrong approach. So here we are. We are live for the first time. And we get just mucked something up on a drive. So we get our steel skins. Let's go. What else do we need to know? Empty recycle bin. On the recordings. All right, let's go. It is time. Yesterday we went 11 wins, 10 losses. Surgical Fist is our first opponent at 1823. And we're going to be playing probably a lot more standard sit behind the walls. It's time for our Rudolph Crawler skins, exactly. We'll be playing a little bit more sit behind the wall and let people come to us. this turn, this round. See how that goes. Opponent apparently has a slower but not slowest PC. I might take the aerial specialist with Hound and Sledge here. You were finally able to grab Mecha today. Perfect day to come out with it, too. You're going to be here with everybody else, figuring out the new buildings. So I think that actually reduces your deficit, if you will, to all the other players. In terms of strategic experience, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we have to unlearn to make things work again. Make tactics and formations work in this. This is funny. We're literally both ignoring buildings and coming out with a relatively straightforward turn. Okay, that's a little bit more what the design team expected. Technically, our first engagement under the new patch. But, as you guys know, we've had a lot more experience on the test server than a lot of people have. We've invited his Mustangs into range of our turrets, and we win round 1. Or undefeated. Let's go. Hello from an airplane. How are you? How are buildings, guys? We're going to do like I mentioned a little while ago and learn on stream. I love it. I love it. That's great, Alchemist of Tavos. Let's, I think that is going to be just a fun thing to watch. So let's give you a shout out here. There you go. Can you sell buildings? Yes. Yes, you can. I want a marksman. I think not. I think we'll do this. Pick that fellow up. Ahead and add this guy right now. Can I? I'm just gonna let that ride, I think. Oh my goodness, you are already into a giant. How rude. Now you're gonna go straight giant mark. Nice. Vulcan and marks already. But we bring him down, we level it up. guys know how much I love picking up speed. Yeah, out wide. Pretty wide, I think, for this guy. And, opponent trying to spread the Vulcan marksman. There's no text there, so you've just kind of slowed me in under the rapid fire cannon. Use missile strikes, or the orbital does take out the cannon over there. Safely protected behind the barriers. Those Phoenix are having a good day. Wall's doing great work against the marksman. The bigger they are, the more bones they break. True. Adding range for our Houndy Hounds. And we'll just kind of keep building the relatively standard board. So you guys should be recognizing this board from what we have done on previous games. You should, I mean, I've literally been playing this all of the end of season 6 there. Our orbital goes straight through both giants. Also exposes a little bit how much he's been relying on things on the right. So far, we are really using the buildings. So opponent has thrown down double Vulcan early on, and we've been able to use the buildings to really good advantage, I think. See if we can park them in the acid for a bit. And we're gonna replace that left side with a fort. Rhino, add fort. I think I could handle round 6 with 900. We'd buy two forts at 900. Pounds kill giant. Let's go. Pounds get in on leveled units as well. $550 for the armor in a moment here. Still haven't lost a round. We've taken a lot of spells. It's a nice empty 7x7. It's true. It's true. Oh, you guys are going to hang out with the turrets, I think. No spells this time, and none for us anyways. He's got one up. He should finally win a round, I think. We've both added the storms, sure. Storm callers, that is. His are positioned much further back. He's still playing like an old school positioning. Hasn't figured out that you can put them this far forward. Oh, he's still stuck in the acid, I guess. So, getting him stuck in the acid is none. Hadn't been for him having these storms as well, we'd have had a really good round. But of course, he has the storms. It's not like you can just take the unit away from him. Well, we're gonna win the round. This was his round to win with his spell up. Yeah, we are definitely hairy right now. He's been the wizard. Oh my god, really? I do take elite first. It's true. It's true, but with the fire spell up, I decided to take the fire spell instead. He's not wrong. It is time for anti-missile devices. There might have been a better turn in here at round 7, which would have been 4 individual shields instead of 500 for the bubble. But I didn't want to pay the shield tax currently. We've got the 5,000 already. So I figured it was worth doing. Opponent not taking temporary yet. Finally, opponent gets the big round. Yay! Good for you, sir. But we hope to get our knockout right now, right? All our spells have come back. Our round to win or lose. Anti-missile device down. Stormcaller's down. Did we actually kill a Vulcan with an orbital bombardment there? I mean, technically. I think it was the orbital bombardment that got the last hit. We get the tower. We come working around the outside. The anti-missile device is making a huge difference. The Vulcan's falling. Is it gonna be enough? How much do we have coming over here? We've hit a lot of his buildings, his anti-missile devices. Even with 242, no big spell this time. Well, he's definitely taking this, right? I think we take that. We can't, I mean, we try the acid, right? But, whatever. It's not like we expect the acids to work. Yeah, we did get it in a halfway decent position. Because outside Vulcans walk up into that, right? Two anti-missile devices is all he can afford. He hatched both shield and anti-missile device. Work against the acid and EMP, so we're actually going to take that outside tower. It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait for it. No, we do not. No, difficulties, problems. All right, it's a close one. Round 10. What? Excuse me, no. Excuse me, no. Why do you have? Why do you have that instead of the? Oh wait, no, I know what. Okay, I remember why. I remember why. Because I was expecting everybody to be playing missiles and anti-missiles. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, you guys. Let's do that. Add one more fort on this side, I think. Alchemist of Tavos, thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, it is definitely a nail biter, isn't it? He's got so many giants over there. Down we go for game one. Apparently, we just needed to spam more giants. He wound up in so many giants. I was counting on being able to get to just a bit of better. Like I thought I would be able to kind of chew through them quicker, but obviously just don't have the rate of fire to deal with that many Vulcans. Like if we go back a couple of rounds, maybe instead of taking EMP and storms, it should have just been two more uh, two more forts that round. I think that was round. Well, not sure. But round 9. Yep, everything that doesn't have a building can be deleted. Oh, chaff. Crawler chaff is out. In with the giant chaff. Do you think it's a chaff clear issue? I don't really think it's a chaff clear issue. But it might have been a problem when we flipped the ranges. I did put the hounds ahead of the mountains. I mean, it's also, at this point, it's got a zillion marksman spamming Vulcans, right? Like, it's just tough to beat. And maybe our fangs aren't getting into the fray quickly enough. His marksmen are not wasting any time on the fangs. Oh god, that's right, the anti-missile device keeps that thing from landing. We needed 2 here. these guys just dying to the anti-air marksman? Probably. Will is so small now. That's so cool. Now this time we land the acid. That helped quite a bit, I think. It's just way too many marksmen. The triple tech marksman. You might be right about the wasps for chaff as the play here. I like the patch a lot. Thought you'd be the opposite. No, it's because anybody who's up to speed on the meta is in trouble when they run up against somebody who's just quickly adapting to it. I can't do that trick again. Won't work. I think the problem is just that we are so many deployed this structure. Yeah, the Wasp Chaff doing a lot better for as far as keeping the forts alive. I wonder if the Wasp Chaff needed to be a bit further forward. One last try, and then we'll go back out to the. Yeah, our only hope was opponent clicking the wrong thing. Love it. Thanks. guess it doesn't help for at all because of this thing. That's useless. Changing the depth didn't at all. Yeah. Alright, one last shot. I know I said one more, but it turns out it was two more. Under the acid, probably. War Factory actually goes down over there. Goodness. Brutal. Brutal. Has it done any better? Not really. Aha! Take out the Vulcans on that side, but that's it. Alright. So I think by this point it's just hyperscale done per opponent. And we are lost. Okay, you'd rather hear my voice louder. Sure. We can fix that a little. Yeah, there's definitely, it was the dominant, Vulcan Marksman was the dominant build on the test server. That is true. My stream is the only one that works on the flight. Let's go! The pew pew noises are loud. Okay, we can turn the game down a little bit. In theory, they leveled all of the volumes, but they may have leveled them up instead of down. We're facing Dawn at 1684. We are 0-1 minus 19, 1770. Right. The game sounds over time. Yeah. I can certainly see that. You're really here for the voice, not the game sounds. Let the voice shine, Amarok. All right. I have been hoping for this start. We are going to see if we can make it work. All right, plus extra damage. These fangs are already doing 70 per shot. Opponent in crawlers early. All right. We're just going to let our turrets be the early chaff clear. And let the fangs pick up experience from it. Is that any better on the sounds for volumes, or are we kind of helplessly... Are we a little bit too loud still? Game's still too loud, okay. Let me... Let's just bring overall game main down, shall we? It feels like the wall sounds are really loud in my ear, so we'll just see about bringing the whole game volume down instead of trying to adjust it in our audio mixer. Be a little quieter in my ears as well. Opponent straight into Mustangs. Yeah, we know you know the answers, but are they actually the answer when there are walls? That's kind of the question here. Are you going to be... You're going to have armor, I would presume, eventually. Round 2 to us. Yeah, some of the new sounds are really loud, right? How is that for balance? But you know what? Would hear you over the whoosh, pew, pew, boom, boom. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. We have achieved objective for now. Right? Opponent trying the ranged stangs, sure. Round to opponents for now. Traditional chaff board now. I may have messed up. I might have wanted this guy on this side. Thought I didn't want him on this side because of the bigger turret, but he really does want the bigger side. Because these guys now are like following him out in front of their wall, which is not what I was intending. We want it over there. Back and play defense, team. Just to hang behind these guys. Maybe it's temp range now. We'll let them work from deeper. This is where we want ignite instead of armor piercing, right? Me. Well, actually, the Overlord does pretty darn well behind us. Help on that side. We are getting rebuffed. These guys are definitely having trouble here. Fire, fire unshielded for both players this late in the game. Ugh. Oh my god. Well, gang, I think the answer is it's not that. But we can still hope. We've got one last chance here. Actually, maybe it should have been subterranean instead of shields, even. I like him. I like him a lot, Yakamaru. Although I will admit, I thought I was going to come out storming strong, having had good practice with them. And instead, we are down 2 games to 0. On the other hand, maybe I should have known I don't play games this early in the morning. So, you win some, you lose some. Right now, we're on a lose some streak. I promise it's true. I only practiced against very, very good players on the test server. So, let's just drink our coffee. Enjoy the fact that we're here together, that we get to be hanging out together, that we have my favorite number of viewers, 34. Not my favorite number of viewers, but my favorite number is our current viewer total. We will face the impossible next. 1729 MMR. You had a 12 round. So that's the thing, Saab, is the biggest change buildings are going to make is games go longer, right? So you kind of need to get better, I guess, as a player. We need to get better at the deeper into the game. Our walls are on the right this time. His walls are on the left. So you could conceivably attack one side while leaving the other relatively empty. All my games have been short because chaff guns do decimate wasps pretty well. It's true. Your games have gone long, Void. I do. I love the walls. I really like them. Okay, opponent taking elite specialist takes a pair of hounds. So level 2 hounds, of course, one-shot crawlers. Very good for him. But our hounds and our stangs should combine to take care of crawlers pretty well. Of course, he doesn't even have crawlers. He's got fangs so far. And he's running basically everything in under our guns, so his whole board comes to our turrets before we get to his. So just positionally, we let him come to us. Are you literally 1 inch out of range? He's cleared everything in range. He's got nothing left he can fire at. Poor guy. Okay. Now he has to reload. See, that is a thing. I really wish they would reload as soon as there was nothing in range. Opponent's sabers get the job done for round 1. It's fine. It's fine. Keep telling yourself, no copium. Interesting. What if we take that just to block the drop? Take that just to block the drop. Go with that, maybe? Silly noob question. Last game, you put a module on an overlord just to sell it. You get more cash for it if you put a module on it, even though you get the module back. Ah, no. So the module allows you to level something up for free without changing the sell value after that operation happens. So we paid 500. We used the enhancement module on the overlord. So we leveled it up to level 2, and then we sell the overlord for 750, and we get the enhancement module back. So we should basically print money if you have the enhancement module and you use it every round, and sell the associated unit. These guys got caught on it from the wrong direction. Medium turret has good stats but gets to do very little. It might need fortified lock built into it. That's an idea, Saab. I kind of like that idea. This is a game with only the anti-armor cannons, so Wasp could be particularly strong. Is this a game to go gospel? No. Surely not. I kind of like my long-term build. I don't feel like I need to. Like what we're getting to in this. Bringing that into a Mustang board. Okay. Not making a ton of sense, sir, but alright. That's how you want to play it. Opponent is out of upshoot, I think. So the Phoenix get the job done here. Oh, wait, opponent has the fangs. Help! Help! Come on, fangs. Come on, Phoenix. Finish the fangs off. Thank you. Phew. Staying alive. Yeah, there should be things you can tech for sure. There are new techs on different things. What else got a new tech? Farseer got 2. Mountain got 1. You may have tech points back from the hold on. Oh, well, maybe you go out here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it could be a refund from those, right? For you efficient maintenances. Missiling out his weak side. So silly. So silly, but he just left it there. And worth doing to completely change the map, I guess. You guys get this, you get that. I'm gonna add a outside left, bit of the middle. You guys can have a range as well. he doesn't fix his problem, we'll hit him again. Your face is silly. Wait, what? Hello, Faustenberger. How are you? Opponent ranged the big guns. I like it. And takes the sentry missile, eating Fang over here. I think we can still position on that, you know. Also, the Fang is very weak to the Mustang, so we're probably all right with this as a choice of build for opponent. These guys have stayed behind the walls, but they haven't really helped the opponent much. At all, I don't think. I don't think ranging those helped in the least. We win so hard we don't even kill the cannon. And he's down to 2337. I don't really want these. All those get their level. You can have a level. We're gonna need somebody over here for the inevitable wraith, I think. No wraith on this side of the board. They hoped you would get completely pulled. Walking somebody into the missile. Well, they did get completely pulled. We do get to missile out the turret again. Opponent has multiple problems now with the Mustangs hyperscaling, a Wraith he hasn't answered, and a fort that's getting out of control. That. That one, thank you. why he's never tried sentry missiling anything over here, but try that. Yeah, the Jav takes out the Wraith, sure. Melter exists, also sure. Thought about buying the nano repair just to heal the fort through this, but decided it was better to just weather. You know, we've got plenty of hit points. He's in a lot of trouble. I figured we could just weather the inevitable javelin and take a loss on that side for a turn. We are in on a level 2 tower over here. Opponent's kind of cleaning up. Will our Phoenix have some protection in front of them? One does, one does not. Got a few Mustangs left. They're not enough. Melter gets the job done. Alright. Opponent has dropped us to 4,004 hit points. But I think we are pretty much ready for the end game here. Do want some later arriving fangs, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how deep. Kind of wonder if we want to just close from over here towards those. Whole bunch of missiles. Never did fix getting this turret shot at. Maybe we should have sold this guy. I don't think it's doing anything. I do wish we got stats for the turrets. The way that you get stats for units. There is our... You know, you guys saw me winning with this fort build in the tournament last night. Here is our fort build with the defensive walls to kind of absorb some early pressure, and then we turn it into kind of a later aggro, I guess. GG impossible? Honestly, that one felt pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Full damage dealer. Not even this guy? Is it the Phoenix? Gotta be the Phoenix, right? Yeah. Full damage dealer, the Phoenix, for working through all the giants and the sabers. Opponent never did really protect this guy. Kind of needed this chaff. Also never punished me. Like, could have been putting down a sentry missile here to pop potentially all three of those as they run into it. So I think he missed. I think he left some value on the board. He'll get better, I'm sure, as he gets a bit more experience with it. I like the way that that impacted the buildings impacted the front levels of this game, the first couple of rounds, where we both chose a side based on what we wanted to do. I wanted to defend, so I had to defend the weak side. He wanted to attack. He wanted to attack the weak side. And then we were able to kind of turn the attack into, or turn what was our weak side into the counter attack. Congrats to those who had faith. Has paid out 25 to 1. How goes the building patch for you, Emma? Asks C. Mully. I've won my first game playing aggro. Building didn't really help me too much. There are some definitely. I think the buildings actually do help aggro, but because you can kind of decide to abandon one side and not be punished for it as badly. I do need another coffee, so we'll probably take a moment out of round 1 of this game to run it off and get the coffee. Final point predictions are up for those of you that enjoy your Gamba. I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna play defense in the middle here. Looks like a plan to me. We're even backing everything up 10 meters from, even 20 meters from where we might have wanted to. Yeah, because we eventually want to turn this into attack, right? Maybe we go there. All right, I'm going to grab that coffee. I'll be right back. Apologies to opponent. Hello, Khaleesi. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome home. We have a brand new patch with buildings. It's got these defensive walls, 2 types of turrets, a rapid fire cannon that does very low damage, and anti-armor cannon that can only shoot ground but does very high damage. Yeah, you found me in a Life of Chai stream, for sure. Americans when they use thermometer and not thermoyard. Be back. Did we fight under the guns? A big part of this is figuring out how to make opponent fight under the guns, I think. Now, opponent has Stormcallers. They will win round 1. We need our own Stormcallers. A dad joke of the day. Let's copy Drewski. Well, if we're doing a dad joke of the day, I'm gonna have to add my own. So, question is, what does an agnostic dyslexic insomniac do? I mean, clearly, stays up all night and wonders if there's really a dog. I'll see myself. this guy work from the outside. Suddenly I am so tired, Groans. I love it. I love it. We've been booed. At I have been booed. Alright. Storms onto the shields, and of course, importantly, we're getting our first volleys off earlier because we're just in range, and our storms don't move, right? His storms are fighting from this position. That's why we're putting them up here, right? And then now we're, in theory, fighting from behind the barriers while he walks into them. Oh, we probably could have done an AM system. No, you're not wrong. Have a problem with an incendiary, right? Ish. Both sides want the item for the stangs, right? I trust you want the item for the stang. We abide by the Geneva Convention here. Alright, we do abide by the Geneva Convention. He has taken the item on the level 2 stang. As predicted-ish. We came out to try and win the right side a little bit harder this time. We get the items into the stang. If this guy levels, he'll get the item as well. If not, we're seeing him get in under the guns here, so he did level, alright. And we're pressing into enemy territory this time. We still have walls up. Victory is ours. Let's go. But there is no single target over there at all, right? None. Zero. I'm going to try running crawlers. Okay. Protects his items from the early wave. I can kind of see it. Took the rhinos. The rhinos are punching deep into enemy territory. Really deep into enemy territory. Gets a tower. Let's go. My rhino off and running. You think Elite Stack is going nutty with buildings because it kind of buys them the time to get established? Maybe I could see it. I mean, if you want to put something up there so that I don't run through the gates, that's fine by me. I'll temp range here. Missile strike over there. That's actually pretty decent. I think we're going to be leveling a bunch of hounds this turn, since the hounds have range and kind of hang back. Opponent did buy some sabers and ranged them. Range instead of double tap. Interesting choice. And of course, all of his leveled units are feeding the Mustangs right now. So Mustangs enjoying life. Popping off. They did mention more buildings for sure. So that is on the horizon. We do, for future releases, we don't know what, of course. We'll take our loan. Opponent also took the Phoenix. Nope, I love our positionings way better than opponents. I think we have played this one correctly for what we're seeing. We've punched through to the tower on the left. It's not game. It is game? Game in 6. Opponent kind of struggling with positioning, I think. Forcing a lot of the battle to happen in my half of the board. Even this thing, right, is actually slowing down those initial volleys. Back up to Master 3, thank you. Yeah, I actually want building flank defenses as well, Yakamaru. A And yes, a tower slow would be hilarious. A tower slow for your own units would be hilarious, right? Like, no, I want to fight behind my walls and towers. Don't want to charge off to anywhere. But yeah, I kind of want a flank defense tower and wall deploy for at least one set of games. Temp slow. The other thing I was thinking that would be fun. The other thing I was thinking would be fun would be a something like the an empty board on which the buildings are level 2 towers, right? So it gives us the empty board from before. Which one do I want? Love you both. Take you. Not really happy about running into this, but it'll be fine. An opponent also coming out on the left. So both sides choosing to start where the walls and turrets are not for the opening battle. Opponent heavily committed to it. But also, we've played so deep that opponent winds up running in under the guns. We will hit that weak side tower, but it's a little bit late, I think. Barring a miraculous tower take, which we don't get. This is one of the real interesting wrinkles that towers provide, is just taking one tower does not really guarantee you taking both in the way that it used to. Okay, he has added a marksman. Oh, he's added all sorts of things to that weak side, including a Mustang. Interesting. So he reinforced his weak side. We reinforced the strong side. Will we win the strong side? Maybe. Not exactly. Close, though. Close. Efficient tech research seems like a plan to me. How did I wind up leaving you undeployed? I control Z'd one too far, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. No, the derpy little dogs got in front of our defenses and had a bad day as a result. You guys are basically useless at this point. I'd like to range both of you. Go wide. You don't like them, Soja? Or is it just that... Is that a... I actively dislike? Or I'm just not sure I like them yet? Well, you've tried aggro balls stuck into the walls. That's like trying aggro ball into a sledge line. This is a sledge line. Why would you do that to yourself? Why? If you've got to, put them on the outer edges where the walls are not, or put them on the weak side where the walls are not. Like, why would you throw... Like, literally, I'm throwing the unit that is countered hardest by walls at the walls. Don't do that to yourself. Alright, you're one of the 10% that hate every change. Well, at least, I don't know if it's the same group. They break your symmetrical formations. Oh dear. Somebody always hates a change. It's inevitable. What is this junk? Anti-missile? Okay. Bruh. That's not the Stormcaller positioning. Smoke worked well for him. Now he's sort of stuck in the smoke. That's hilarious. Remember, of course, turrets are not affected by the debuff. Fort has basically bought himself a level here. Very nice. Let's go. Patch definitely rewards positioning over mindless pushes. 100%. I said that a bunch in the, when we were on the test patch, or the test server, right? I said over and over, if you just want to play SimCity Mechabellum, you're gonna hate this patch. Because it does reward and require positioning. It requires thought. Require a lot more out of us. I like that. I think that's a good thing. Alright, Rhino needs a accompaniment ahead of him. Melter gets one, goes down. Definitely need hounds to get some levels here. That is another leveled fort with Elite Marksman. We're going to cause him all sorts of problems with this. Feel like this side needs Brawler Protect. Not everything we want for now with temp range and speed. Be a crawler probably next turn. Try and cause problems. Row. Opponent's melters are going down like water. What's wrong, sir? On to the last 50. Hmm. Front row, sir. Front row. Oh dear. Oh dear, it is collapsing upon Majinga. He saves himself by killing this at the last moment, but it's not enough. GG's. Oh, shooting at walls was intentional there. They treat the wall as a valid target, so they'll just fire immediately. But the burst was just beautiful there, and his. I think a lot of people are making some positional mistakes, based on based on the not really having played around with sentry missiles and positionings on these things. So this is kind of what I was anticipating originally, as far as being able to steal some MMRs on launch day. What's his MMR? Forgotten already. It was 1755, I guess. Of course, one of the things we know, right, is from the previous patches. I need to hear my own voice. One of the things we know is from the previous patches is that I tend to be stronger on the offset formations. So that just kind of puts us at a bit of an advantage. I have one more MMR than you now. Let's go. Maybe we can match. We're a perfect pair. We have broken right back into the 1800s. It's nice to be back. Feels like we're back more where we belong. It is. It is. Good luck. Have fun, Yakamaru. Catch you on the flip side, my friend. Oh no. You got woot. Yakamaru and I got each other whooped, got woot. So sorry, sir. Good luck. Good luck with that. I never did go get that coffee. I was supposed to go get a coffee last game. I've always loved Yakamaru's PFP. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I just want to literally, I could just want to boop the snoot and take him home. Okay. Geneva Convention? Geneva Convention rules? All right, I can see it. Now, he's just seen me. I don't know if he was actually watching. He's been in stream. But he's just seen what we're running. Geneva suggestions. He knows what we're running. Actually, you know what? We're going to be on defending our weak side into his strong side, right? He can probably predict our exact deployment here. Duke it out like civilized gentlemen. Okay, so he's doing the same thing others are doing. Starts out on my weak side, but this time he's got the walls. So if he can control the positioning, he can fight from behind the, let the best gentle dude bro win. All right, I love it. So if he can fight from, behind the walls over here, kind of engage the walls, I think he wins pretty well, pretty handily. Over here, we're getting turrets doing well, but it doesn't get the chance to clean up because we are out of units. Buildings, of course, are not units. We want to fire right from the rip. Pretty sure he knows that. This side wanted a defense. I think I can make sure you guys are fighting from behind the walls. Doesn't look like it. But we can get them out of the 135-meter range. Not this round, but next round. We can kind of guarantee that they plunk this guy down from out of range. So maybe this round we just take that turret and try to win the weak side. I mean, it's not like he hasn't seen me missile out turrets before either. Minus 100 for his board from the taking the the shields down. It's obvious it's minus 50 for our board, but much, much better overall. We've got the artillery does its job. The flank side sentry missile did its job. And the pink uppers do their job. Let's go! Buildings are permanent. Yes, some gummy bear. Wall limits Titan placement. Would that discourage Titan play? Which is a good thing. I think it kind of does, yes. What do you think about a nano repair fort later on? So basically, I'm using the fact that he had that lost shield as like, okay, I can afford to fund rapid resupply here to enjoy a turn with a healing fire badger. Right, he's gone with anti-missiles, okay. But like, so much of his board is gonna head up that direction. These guys are, in fact, fighting from behind the wall, which is where I wanted them to fight from. Can we get in on the anti-missile devices? At least one of them. So another minus 100. That works for me, and I don't know how the end game's gonna go. Can we take that other device? No, we cannot. Okay. So again, we've held parity in terms of expenditures. We get the Phoenix that we loveses. We do loveses our Phoenix, guys. We're gonna keep building our chaff board while we let opponent think about what he's done. You think I'm being trolled? Does Fire Badger violate the gentleman's no fire ceasefire? I'm not lighting the ground on fire, at least, right? Right? That counts for something. I'm sure that counts for something, right? Okay, he's finally gone for let me missile the rapid fire cannon. He's taken the Phoenix, so we'll sell out of the Fire Badgers. And we will remember to put something in front of this. Oh, even there, though, the Fire Badgers do some work on the backside chaff. Probably one more turn of Fire Badger before we get to we're also winning. I think we're winning an econ war in terms of taking out his anti-missile devices so frequently. Sudden double tech for the puppers. Underground threat for everybody. Actually kind of keeps the puppers back, which is sort of handy. This is a wide field view with the action happening basically everywhere. Damage taken would be a fun stat to see, kind of agree. Like, how much did a unit tank for me? Neither side's done anything with the Phoenix yet. He has level 3'd that outside tower, goodness. And it wins him around, so after 5 rounds, we're on 3,500 to 2,900. We only got 1 level for these folks. Basically blocked the smoke, and his units are running up into where the smoke landed. Now I think we sell this guy and get the nano repair on the fort. So you're a symmetry person. Yeah, that is one thing, that it's the existence of sort of built-in, baked-in asymmetry is going to really bother certain OCD players. 100%. All right, we get a round 6 win on Yakamaru. Now we sell this guy. Okay, you can have the Arseer. I should sell it, right? Definitely be selling that one. Alright, we gotta get out of those. Oh, he's cleaning up the smoke. So in a game where he's guaranteed I won't fire by Geneva Convention, he's decided to abandon the, or do the cleanup anyway. He's also gone to Scorpions. Right side finally gets that tower for the 5-second debuff. And it's about the same as it has been all game long, right? Where we win the right, he wins the left. 2600 to 2360. 2630 to 2360, kind of a fun score. We will now sell out of you. Transition to our forts, baby. Who, if anything, wants to be the healing? You'll be the heals, you'll be the that one. Looks solid. Oh no, the EMP hits just the fort and, like, barely misses the other two forts. Oh, unlucky for Yakimaru. And if the funny thing is, if he'd gotten a little greedier with it, you know, to try and hit the crawlers and the hound or something right here, might have gone a little better for him. No AMDs over there right now, so he's not really playing the AMD game. He's still missiling somewhere. I guess he's just going to slow this fort down. That might... Yeah, okay, that's going to hit the fort again. Interesting choices for him, right? You got Woot, but he was trolling? I love it! Congratulations! Let's go Whooped! Trolling or not? Yeah, the healing did not heal through at all. Again, we're going to win the right. Again. Left side is problematic for us. But we've finished off the ground game on the left. We don't lose the left side tower this time. We come right to left, clean up the board, and it's 1590. Now remember, one of our forts was detect that turn. Wasp is not an answer on this board. Worm could be. More crawlers he's got back there, the more we come out of it with, right? has to have done drill or something. Try and protect mini crawler with. Very, very similar boards. Again, we're through on the right. Again, he's winning on the left. We are struggling a bit on the left, I think. Might be time. Oh, wait. Bunch of giants surviving. Yakamaru at 138. Full house. So close to the knockout. And Geneva Convention or no. Let's go ahead and drop some things. I think this changes the timing a lot, right? Heck, maybe we do it even this way. There are shields up, okay. Shields up on both sides. A whole lot of sledge on his left. Indeed. GG, sir. GG, sir. Good. Forts are nasty, right? Plus 7% ATK. That was fun. Like it. Like this build. Like this build a lot. Both came out asymmetrical. I'd almost characterize him as aggro asymmetrical as far forward as he was, right? You guys are. That was a fun game. It was. It was. Yeah. I was really enjoying it. I did not know which way it was going to go. I like the scaling on my build, but there's a lot of tempo to it, I guess. So if you can get something that's going to outscale me early, it goes really well for you. I love that basically everybody who's anybody is out and playing right now. It's great to see. And I do appreciate you guys hanging with me. We're facing Hawkwind again at 1861. Note that the audience had no clue on that one, Yakimaru. They bet us 50-50. What do we want here? Gotta figure he's coming on the turret sides here. Opponent is a Stormcaller build also. Means for any of this to do anything at all, we're going to want to be up front, which means I can't do that kind of initial deploy deep that I had been doing. Right? Oh, everybody's still playing the old game. Playing the old game. Don't need to be that far back. Play them up front where they get their initial volleys. You tossed a coin to see who to bet on. I love it, Lady Noeen. Was the coin correct or was it wrong? Oh, the sledges on that side you were trying to push into my face. I think I changed the timings on that last round by missiling out the front rank of backline crawlers, of flank crawlers, so that I was in on your board a lot quicker. I just needed to not have all my backline pulled. Tower take a pretty good timing. Remember, tower does not debuff the walls, doesn't debuff the turrets. So, yeah, we get a win, but it's not... I was right! It was right! All hail the coin! Redeploy is good, but I don't think I need Trixie this game. Do I not want... I don't need Trixie, right? Maybe he goes fly, right? Alright, we're winning the right. He's got marksman on the left. Add marksman on the left. We have a shield. Will we have an ancestral shield? We will! Our ancestor's shield holds up. ancient giant for later. Sounds like fun to me. Yeah, you're gonna put it back over here to try and break the shield. And have... Oh, well, that's unfortunate-ish. Right, that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, that's alright. We want Mustangs anyways, so if you want to drop that back there... Okay. The real problem is that it's going to bring our shields down. Because there's, Oh, wait, no. They'll spend forever working on the walls and storms over there. No, maybe not on the walls, huh? Okay, they bring the shield bubble down. Yeah, okay, fine. Broke the shield. He did buy wasps. Kind of tipped that he might do wasps too with the wasp call-in. So I'm not upset, really. Need range for our for our arc lights, I think. Mustangs hanging out behind the walls, doing their job. That's a bit unfortunate timing. Well, I don't know. Unfortunate timing for us? Probably. Still a win? Also probably. 4,000 hit points per opponent. You know, I actually forgot to get Gamba up for this one. 25 was our value there. in temp range from here on out, I think. Yes, the rematch with Hawkwind, right? Definitely looking forward to that. He's added more wasp because it was wasp that were the problem. All confused, but okay. No, he sold one and moved the other. Is that it? Whatever. We've got a late channel point prediction up for this one, folks. Late channel point prediction. We've only got a 2-minute window to figure out from this board state who's gonna win it. All right. Transformation. Love it. You are into the Vulcan? It's to be Vulcan Marksman then, sir? Alright. Vulcan Marksman has beaten us before. It's really the only build that has beaten us. Will it beat us again? That is the question. Temp speed got a lot of our units past the ion beam, including critically the Mustangs and the Phoenix. So temp speed huge that round. Helped a ton. We beat the Vulcans. We're one giant ahead at the moment. Toast! 13th month! Thank you, thank you. A year and a day. How has it been a year? Welcome home. All right. Can we please have all of you in the fight quicker? We want everything going forward, nothing going backwards. All right, opponent. Gun-launched missile on the mountain. It's a lot of expense to bring the mountain out. And he does not have the lock on the fort right now. Now he's got the lock on the fort. he's winning the left. We are winning the right hard. Our worms are coming. Our forts are coming. The mountain is down. And vengeance is ours upon Hawkwind. We have a dub against, again, a very good player. A Stormcaller salute for a toast, indeed. And 5-game win streak. I thought we were going to be good on this match. I was surprised when we lost the first 2, to be honest. All right. Going well, honestly. What do we get for MMRs? Plus 23? Hey, we have almost reached. We've almost reached our season high. Which was quite literally the very first match of the season at 1863. We've never ended a match with 1863. That was just the season reset. Abandon all the sanity of test server games. Embrace the Chaos Gremlin, and you shall prevail on live ladder. We have run the same build 5 times in a row. And taken 5 wins. Well, technically, I think we've run it 6 games in a row and taken 5 wins with it. But, you know. Don't quibble over details. It's a short stream today. I've got no more than an hour left. As you guys know, we set up a lot of Retorp at 2119. Well, that'll be fun. As you know, I do a lot of my adulting stuff on Thursdays. So I have kiddo in the afternoon. We've got if you have doctor's appointments or haircut or anything like that, it happens in the afternoon. Let's try. We haven't done cost control yet. Hello, we have climbed a lot in MMR in the last day or two. It is true. Thank you guys to bring down walls right off the rip. Well. Fun, sir? Today. A little wager for you. See, this is what I'm talking about. The mind games begin early. The mind games begin early. Beautiful. His shaft positionings are too far forward. Everything is out in front. See this? Everything's in front of those walls. That's our, not that the walls were going to matter much, but we've got him fighting in under the anti-armor cannon. This should be amazing fun, this game. Do I care? No. Right? I don't care about any. Nope. Fun. He has not learned the lessons of test server. He is out too far. Too far in front. This is not, I mean, we're not going to be able to capitalize on people's round one positioning errors forever. But man, first day of patch, when people are still playing a little bit the old meta, and we've. Neil's test says the move speed on these new mechs sucks. They don't move at all yet. Um. Can we bring him into the gospel? Played the spiders back with the towers and it was gold. See, this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. You just do extra damage. Bring you over here. Vote the 150 for now. Bunch of sledges. And he's selling out of the turrets already. So he's selling to fund things. Selling to fund things like marksmen and sledges. Now, first question is, does Gretor correctly react to the blank there? Remember, he's already sold his turrets to try and get more mechs. he's into the Wraith, but it's not in the right positions. Right? He's way far back. We're out of chaff. We might be, might wind up losing to it. In fact, he's got... Yeah, I thought I could bait the Wraith and kill the Wraith, but not work out. Goodness, there's so much I want to sell right now, but... You guys go down. Want that. Then you two. Those boys. That's a dodge. He's got so much back there. Good, we're selling out of it. Intention is to leave you badly positioned. The more we can mess with your positioning, the better. Crawlers on tower on the left side. Good. Let's go. Round for us. Here we go. What do the walls do? They are 2,030 hit points of stationary hit points that won't help other than the whole playing defense thing. Could smoke right here. I would be hurting, right? But I think this is the play. Oh wait, he went fire, not smoke, but sure. I should have put the shield here instead of that side. That's okay. He's thrown down 3 shields to R1 for this round. We've both dropped the flames. Marksman will be a problem over there. Really needed him dead. Tower takes good for us. We get locks on and kill the rest of the units. Red Dwarf down to 835. Now the fort board starts, right? Moon range, speed, and what? What, chat? Pop that guy. And super heavy over here, I think, 'cause you'll be the linchpin against all of those guys. Knock down the door. Come storming through. That'll be the plan. Knock down the door, storm through from the left to the right. Opponent is winning on the left. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. We really wanted to win the left and not lose the left. But hold on, we're instead winning the right. I am confused. Plan was to win the left, not the right. Opponent out of upshoot. We don't have enough hit points to finish. So we'll get another round. Retorp staying alive at 335 hit points. Everybody should have shields up, right? Right? Shields up, everybody. Okay, and there are shields up. Who knew? Who knew there would be shields up this round? Did you guys know? Did you guys know? Ms. Diana says, I cannot emphasize how much buildings feel constraining and limiting when it comes to viable strategies. For your amount of creativity, I think yes. But the fact that it's taken out a lot of the kind of cookie cutter offensive builds, I think is a good thing, honestly. Big round for Gratorp with the Mustangs. Yeah, the Mustangs being in under the not getting in under the bubbles by the time that thing hit. But the Mustangs are scaling. The forts might actually get levels in a moment here. What is happening back here? Why are you not going down? Well, the ledges have become an actual problem over here. Retorp getting the round. Ruh-roh. Is it full stabilized at this point? Here. If he's throwing down a whole bunch of shields this turn or not. No idea. Closest to leveling. You get the thing. And shields are unlucky. His dodge is unlucky. Nope, his shields are lucky. Ay, close. We hit the marksman we were aiming for there in the middle. So really trying to punch through the middle of his board with this last turn. While the new forts on the outside hold things on the outside. We want to get the inside towers ideally with big armored forts pulling up the middle. They are doing it. The outside right has gone down hard. Oh my goodness. Ooh. We beat Gret. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. He is a good guy, and obviously at 2000, 1100, 2100 is strong at mecha and only getting stronger. Been in the game for very long, so he has not yet reached his final form. We'll take a win against him while we still can. GG's, my friend. Big MMR swing. 34, my favorite number. and a new season all-time high. Wow. Wow. Is it going to get any better than that, guys? Should I just end stream at that point? Um, we have finally, we have finally broken the season reset MMR score for ourselves. End stream, might as well retire, right? Right? Holy smokes. At very least, I mean, so the thing is, I have an appointment in like 45 minutes, and I might as well. I think we might just end on that note. That is just good. I'm definitely feeling it. I definitely want to play more. Where are we here? Cracked 630 World at 1882. Gretorp, of course, still top 200 world after that loss. You'll play more for me. Yeah, we're not topping it, right? I'm just gonna go out on the high. I might have to play some more this afternoon though, before people have quite caught up to all the changes that they need to make. But that one was really fun, in particular from sort of intentionally painting the wasp flank with a five deploys on that flank, right? To get him sort of horribly deployed over there and then selling out of it, rather than committing into it when it's clear that he knew what the right answers were going to be. So I'm not topping that. I'm just going to go out. Like let's just pack it up, boys. That was so much fun. All right. Um, we'll say a brief set of thank yous to, among other things, 13-month subscriber Toast94, a big VIP, Blue Feral, Just Nash XYZ, Ocelotus Gaming, Fab4200, XfireX, Anabolica, Mr. John Thursday, and Salt Monkey is Zach. Without you guys, I could not have done this, could not do this, and would not be beaming ear to ear after beating Gretorp. That's for sure. Mods today, we have had a Zalex, we've had a Bimpy, didn't see a cat, we have had a whooped GG. I don't think we've seen anybody else. It is odd hours for stream, and while a bunch of people might have known it was coming, I don't think many people knew to show up. I do have the Real Start kiddo tonight. I got to pick them up from school in about 2 hours and change. So, I might, if kiddo is like, hey, no, I'm out, let me just hang. I might come back with a secondary stream of this, or I might just play off if I can keep bumping the MMR. Thank you guys all for being here. Really appreciate y'all watching. Let us find a good home for our happy viewers. We'll send them to a good home. We don't often get to raid a pastor. Let's do it. Let us send you all over to Pastor Drewski. Also, if you would rather go to the 2000 MMR level layers, you've got It's Dillo. So let me give him a shout out before I start the raid here. Hey, Impossible, GG's earlier. That one was a lot of fun. I've been running. As you can see, I kind of ran the same build against Gretorp and beat him with it as well. So. And a gift sub for an impossible gift sub. to close the stream. Thank you very much, Toast. Good night, everybody. Well, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Give my love to Pastor Drewski. And thank you all for watching.